Easy rewards, 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 easy rewards.
Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen, wassalatu wassalamu ala Sayyidil Mursaleen, amma ba'd, fa'a'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajeem, bismillahir rahmanir rahim, as-salatu wassalamu alayka ya Rasulallah, as-salatu wassalamu alayka ya Habiballah, as-salatu wassalamu alayka ya Nabiyallah, wa ala alika wa ashabika ya Nurallah. Is mentioned in At-Targhib wa Tarhib, volume 2, page number 322. The noble prophet, the best of creation, the most perfect creation, and the most fragrant creation, the leader of the prophets, the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa alihi wasallam. He has said many things about sending peace and blessings upon him, dear viewers of Madani Channel. But in At-Targhib wa Tarhib is mentioned that whoever recites 10 salat upon me, just 10, dear viewers of Madani Channel, Allah Azza wa Jal will send 100 mercies upon him. Allahu Akbar. Sallu ala al-Habib, sallallahu ta'ala ala Muhammad, sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa alihi wa sallam. Dear viewers of Madani Channel, before we get into the topic, or before we get into the silsila, just like the day before, the episode before, and in every single silsila you will see that not only the Mubaligh of Islami, he will try to give targheeb, he will try to make you realize the importance and the excellence of sending peace and blessings upon the best of creation, sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa alihi wa sallam. And what more better news, what more better feeling, and what more better month than the month of Ramadan, than the moments of Ramadan, than the feeling in Ramadan that one can attain when he knows that the best of creation has said that whoever recites 10 salat upon me, dear viewers of Madani Channel, just 10. It won't even take 10 seconds to recite 10 peace and blessings upon the best of creation. But look at the reward Allah Azza wa Jal sends. The Prophet said, Allah himself sends 100 mercies upon him from this Ramadan onwards and every other month up until the next Ramadan. If I'm alive, then I will recite peace and blessings abundantly upon the best of creation, sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa sallam. Why? To please Allah and His Rasul, and it will also benefit me in this life and in the hereafter. Sallu ala al-Habib, sallallahu ta'ala ala Muhammad, sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa alihi wa sallam. Dear viewers of Madani Channel, we mentioned about our daily activities, what one does every single day throughout his life. You know, those activities that he does every single day that are part of his routine. And you know, what are the negatives in this? What can lead him towards the hellfire? And how we can refrain from this? What is the formalities within this? Because remember, if we're not thinking about the bad, and we're not thinking about the good, we're just doing it for the sake of it, then what are the harms of just doing it for the sake of it, which are losing out on the good? Doing everything like this in your daily activities, or one-off, but it's something that you need to do, or especially in the month of Ramadan, like for example, iftari, sahri, reading the Quran, you know, these things, reading Tarawih, namaz, these are things, you know, where our jazba, our passion increases in the month of Ramadan, and they become part of our daily activities. We try to look at in this beautiful silsila that what are the easy things, what are the easy ways, and what are the easy rewards. What is the sunnah? Is this something I do anyway, and can I get reward for this? And can there be a way to do our daily activities anyway? And if I make intentions, will this increase my reward? You know, will this be better for me? So we're here, we're in this, you know, silsila together to learn. Dear viewers of Madani Channel, like I said, I make this intention that I will advise myself, and whoever wants to take it can take from this first and foremost, to please Allah and His Rasul sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa sallam. Keep watching Madani Channel. You know, we reminded again and again and again. And you know, in the last episode, we mentioned about treating relatives with kindness. And before that, we talked about, you know, parents and children. Today, inshallah azza wa jal, we're going further into our topics. And we're looking at the intentions for business. You know, the intentions of business. What intentions can one make, you know, when he goes into business? Is he doing this for the sake of Allah and His Rasul? Or is he, madallah wa a'udhu billah, is all of his business haram? Because, you know, the intentions he make, they weren't for the sake of Allah and for Rasulullah sallallahu ta'ala alaihi wasallam. Did he let shaitan creep into his heart and his mind? Did he let him whisper into his ear? And then all this reward that he could have had, you know, the penny, you know, it's mentioned if you give 1 penny in the way of Allah Azza wa Jal, inshallah, that reward will increase to the Day of Judgment. Then you will be given that reward on the Day of Judgment. You know, just like this, if you make the righteous intentions for business, and you know, your business carries on, giving money in the way of Allah Azza wa Jal also through your business, and because of that, you can have barakat in your business. You know, if you make the right intentions, you're not doing it for anybody else, then maybe this could be your state. That on the Day of Judgment, you have a mountain and mountains and mountains of rewards on the Day of Judgment all to yourself. So here today, we will be discussing the intentions of business and what bad they could be within each intention, and what good they could be with each intention as well. Sallu ala al-Habib, sallallahu ta'ala ala Muhammad, sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa alihi wa sallam. Dear viewers of Madani Channel, just like every single topic, like the before, we try to mention, like, if there are any negative intentions that you could have. And within intentions of business, within business, tijarat, in the Arabic language, tijarat means business. There is so many downfalls, but this all comes to the fact of knowledge, dear viewers. One big part to play, you know, we could say taqwa, piety, and, you know, ostentation, and, you know, we could say pride, we could say, you know, even if it is good, you know, he's trying to do the right thing through being righteous, being pious, helping organization like Dawat Islami. But the actual business could not be running well, or it is running well, but it's all haram. There might be 1 penny in there that could remove all the barakat from it. You can feel that it's all a headache, it's no barakat in your business or anything like that. Dear viewers of Madani Channel, this is all to do, majority of it is to do with knowledge. You know, if you have any haram sustenance, then why? You need to stop it before it comes into your in your business, your wealth. The biggest negative here is, are you knowledgeable when it comes to tijarat? Do you know the rules of tijarat? Do you know the rules of business? Do you know how to stop the haram coming in? And if there is haram within your sustenance, there is haram within your money and within your wealth, are you feeding your children from this wealth? Are you feeding yourself and your children's mother with this wealth? Are you feeding your family with this wealth, this money? Because that's what happens. Then you yourself lose barakat as well. You can't get that spirituality that one wants to attain. Then on top of that, dear viewers of Madani Channel, knowledge is such a thing that if there is, madallah, any haram within your sustenance, within your money, within your wealth, then how do you get rid of this? What are the rules and regulations of removing this? So dear viewers of Madani Channel, the biggest negative, the one and only negative I want to mention about business today is about knowledge. Join the environment of Dawat Islami to learn about all the negatives. You know, a lot of people are going to saying that people do business to have a better business than him, to be more successful than this person, not to do it for the sake of Allah and His Rasul, but to take over somebody else's business and, you know, to completely ruin a brother, you know, who's got no idea, you know, why you're angry with him, or you have some all kind of enmity towards him, that, you know, your enemies. He once, long time ago, without probably even realizing, he opened up a shop, he ruined your business, you made this big plan, you formulated, you know, you gave 7 to 10 years of your life, formulated a huge plan, executed it well, and now you are taking over, you know, your one street, your one corner of the road, that, you know, look, now my shop is better than this guy's shop. He did it to me about 10 years ago, I've done it to him now. You know, brother, this is ridiculous. This is crazy. You have just wasted time. You have no barakat in your business, and you might as well close your shop. So I'm going to speak very straightforward and truthful, because it's the month of Ramadan, and, you know, you are here today, and this is from Allah Azza wa Jal. Take on board what I'm saying to you, learn your knowledge, and then start your business. A lot of us do our business, then we decide to learn the knowledge. We always do it the other way around. For example, we learn about the dunya and how to get the, you know, get around the system and make money through X, Y, and Z, however way. And then at the end, when we think to ourselves, when I'm 60 or 70, when I've got nothing left, my children have taken my wealth, my daughters have accumulated my wealth, Everybody's got my wealth. I'm old now. I'm happy with, you know, what I've did. I'm in my house. I've got my room. I've got my bed, whatever. I'll start reading my namazes now. What if you don't live till that long, the views of Madani Channel? It's a crazy, crazy, crazy thought, but people still do it. And you know it's mental. You know, thinking like this, it's crazy. It's really mental. Because why, dear viewers of Madani Channel? It's because you are living a lie every single day of your life. You are thinking to yourself, you are guaranteeing yourself that I am going to live till 60, 70, 80. How could you lie and guarantee to yourself like this when you don't know what's going to happen in the next 4 days coming? It's the truth. So, let's going back to our business. You know, the biggest negative is knowledge, dear viewers of Madani Channel. We do things the other way around. Just like I gave the example about the akhirah and the dunya. We should learn first about our deen, our akhirah, then the dunya will automatically get sorted. Just like this, we need to learn about tijarat. We need to learn and have knowledge about business. So you see, if you're doing it the right way, it's amazing. But if you're doing it the wrong way, then ma'adallah wa a'udhu billah, Allah will save us all from this. Sallu ala al-habib, sallallahu ta'ala ala Muhammad, sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa alihi wa sallam. Dear viewers of Madani Channel, I've tried to explain the negatives of having a business. Meaning, when you make intention for your business, the two biggest negatives, to summarize once again, is that, you know, you don't do it for the sake of Allah. For whatever reason you're doing it, you don't have the knowledge of business. That's why you're not doing it for Allah and His Rasul. You don't have the knowledge of business, and you go out, you know, trying to ruin people. And you know, instead of ruining people, you're ruining yourself. And you know, just not one sin is big enough, bad enough. Imagine when it's haram, it's deceiving, it's lying. And then, you know, on top of that, you know, the wealth that you are accumulating, you buy food for yourself, you buy a house for yourself, you feed your children with that wealth, your children's mother, your parents, you eat yourself. That spirituality, that taqwa, that piety that you want, that doesn't happen anymore. And then on top of that, you know, we have that mindset that, you know, I'm going to learn about the dunya first, I'm going to be successful, then I'm going to read my namaz later. Again, I'm going to mention this again. This is a mental mindset. This is mental, dear viewers of Madani Channel. You should not be thinking like this. This is because you are lying to yourself. You are lying to yourself that I'm going to live till 60, 70, 80. You're very lucky to get to 40 and 50 in this day and age, dear viewers of Madani Channel. So, let's go into the intentions now of the good things that you can make, the good intentions that you can make while having a business. And the very first thing, as like always I mentioned, is the best way. You know, the way of Islam is a way of life. And which way is the way is to follow the Sunnah of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, the way of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And this way we learn through Quran and Hadith, through the commandments of Allah and through the commandments of Rasulullah, through his blessed Hadith, his Sunnah, who the Sahaba followed, alhamdulillah. And not just study views of Madani Channel, we look at Dawud Islami, we look at Muhammad Ilyas Atar Qadri, Damat Barakatum Aliyah, Allahu Akbar. You know how much time and effort and how much hurt does he have for the Muslim Ummah to promote these things, to promote Quran and Sunnah. Two very simple things. And you know, on top of that, Risaleh after Risaleh, books after books, explaining business, explaining ghibat, explaining lying, explaining eating, explaining what Ramadan is, Shaban, Shab-e Berat, all these things, Rajab, Muharram, you know, the Battle of Karbala, all these things, Amiri al-Sunnah, then you got your fiqh rulings, then you got all sorts of different things. Dear viewers of Madani Channel, Amiri al-Sunnah is trying to promote through all these things, Quran and Sunnah, to change our ways and become a better Muslim. So if you look at this book, another endless work of Amiri al-Sunnah, one of the many he has done, the book called The Secret of Earning Reward, we look at the intentions of business and we try to break each thing down. One of the most important ones is, I will earn by halal means only. This is the very, very, very first intention Amiri al-Sunnah has wrote about business. Why? Because he knows the importance of this. You know, the knowledge, going back to that point of that negative point of knowledge. We don't have the knowledge. So, if we don't have the knowledge, how do we earn by halal? How do we stop the haram? If there is haram in our wealth, how do we take it out? What are the rulings? So this intention, dear viewers of Madani Channel, I will earn by halal means only. You've probably said, Insha'Allah Azza wa Jal. But you know, when you say Insha'Allah Azza wa Jal, you're affirming, you're saying, you're making a firm intention in your heart that I will definitely earn by halal means, and you should. You're a Muslim, there will be barakat for you and for your family. Just like, I mentioned in many episodes that one bad thing could lead to many. Just like here, one good thing could lead to many doors as well. Many doors to Jannah. Just like here, we're talking about halal means. You will eat halal, your wife will eat halal, your children will eat halal, your family will eat halal. You will gain spirituality, you will gain barakat, you will gain blessings. But again, you're going to sit there and say, Inshallah Azza wa Jal. It's not as easy as sitting there and saying, Inshallah Azza wa Jal, dear viewers of Madani Channel. You need to come and join the environment of Dawat Islami and learn the rules of tijarat as well. It's not just a case of saying, yes, I'm going to do it. No, you need to do it now. Now, you need to do it now, no matter what. Because we don't know how long we're going to live, dear viewers of Madani Channel. And Allah na kare, if you die, if you pass away tomorrow, you have a business, and it's all haram. Everything's haram from top to bottom. You didn't know. You didn't do it on purpose. But it might be the case. Now your children are doing this. Now your grandchildren are running with this. Now their children are running with this, and so on and so forth. What if your business runs till the end of time, to the day of judgment? What are you going to do? All that sin is coming onto your head. And then your children said, then their children said, because the next person after the next is using this wealth, using this haram, buying houses, building houses, buying food, eating the food, and is away from the deen. He can't get that spirituality. It's all through a haram way. So dear viewers of Madani Channel, it's not a case of just sitting there and saying, yeah, the muballigh, I am mentioning that I will earn by halal means only. You mention the intentions and you affirm and say, yeah, I'm going to do it. No, it's not just like that. You're going to try and really do it properly. And the next intention, it also makes, which is part of knowledge, you could say, is that I will do my business, meaning buying and selling. I will do this honestly. I will do this with full honesty. I won't cheat anybody. I won't deceive anybody. I won't falsely accuse anyone. All these kind of things. So dear viewers of Madani Channel, if you have knowledge, going back to that point again, I will earn by halal means only. This is through knowledge. When you have knowledge, you know how to do this. And then I will do my business buying and selling honestly. How are you going to buy and sell honestly? What is the definition of honesty? We have to look through Islam's point of view. You might sit there and say, this is easy. Buying and selling honestly. I will honestly buy this, and I will give the honest price to the one who's buying it. And then I will tell him that this is how much I'm charging you extra or whatever. Look, I will earn by halal means only. How will you earn by halal means? Again, through knowledge. And then I will do my business buying and selling honestly. If we sit there and think, this is easy. I will do my business buying and selling. I will do this honestly. How will you do this honestly if you don't know what honesty is? Reviews on Madani Channel. If you don't know what deceiving is and lying is, and then you don't know what honesty is. Or you might know what honesty is, but you don't know what deceiving and lying is. You have to know both. We do dua that this doesn't happen. We want to be forgiven without accountability, especially in the month of Ramadan. So let's make the good intentions, dear viewers of Madani Channel, that I will gain knowledge. Sallu ala al-Habib, sallallahu ta'ala ala Muhammad, sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa alihi wa sallam. Another intention, dear viewers of Madani Channel, that I just want to quickly mention is that I will avoid lying, cheating, breaking promises, being dishonest, backbiting, tail-turning, being ill-mannered, speaking in an uncivilized and rude manner, and hurting Muslims. Now, there are so many things in this, dear viewers of Madani Channel, when it comes to business. Lying, cheating, breaking promises, dishonest, backbiting, tail-telling, ill-mannered, speaking uncivilized, in an uncivilized way and in a rude manner, and hurting Muslims. A lot of these things are haram. But I just want to mention one thing. One thing to summarize all of this. Dear viewers of Madani Channel, if you made your intention to please Allah and His Rasul, Amir al-Sunnat, maybe be sacrificed upon him, Damat Barakatumul Alayhi, he just mentions one simple thing. If you want to do something good, you will find 100 ways to do it. If you don't want to do something good, you will find 100 excuses why you didn't do it. There are so many ways, so many things here. You could say about 10 to 12 things I've mentioned that are haram. And these will lead to 100 other things. These can all be haram as well. If you want to do these things, you'll find 100 excuses to cover them up. You'll do them and you'll find 100 excuses saying this person's doing it, this person. If you don't want to do it, it's simple. You're going to learn the knowledge of Islam. You're going to join Dawat Islami, inshallah, because there's no organization like Dawat Islami in the world today. You know, the way Dawat Islami are doing work, and especially trying to give you that knowledge, you're going to find 100 ways to stop yourself. Dear viewers of Madani Channel, unfortunately, yet again, we've had to come to an end of this silsila. And you know, dear viewers of Madani Channel, we don't know how long we have. Whether we will make it to the end of Ramadan, or whether we will reach the next Ramadan, we don't know if we're going to reach tomorrow. Let's make good intentions to keep watching Madani Channel. No other channel, only Madani Channel, because Madani Channel is 112% accordance to Sharia. Nothing haram will be on Madani Channel, inshallah. And you will see this. There will be nothing but blessings for you. And keep watching this silsila and other silsila like this. What is this silsila called? Easy rewards, asan nekiya, where things you do every day anyway. And we're telling you, we're reminding you, in the month of Ramadan, where things are being multiplied by many, all your deeds are being multiplied by, you know, one good deed being multiplied by doing a certain action that you have to do anyway. So keep watching Madani Channel. It's that reminder for me and for you to keep doing our good and refrain from all the bad. Sallu ala al-Habib, sallallahu ta'ala ala Muhammad, sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa alihi wa sallam.
Easy rewards, 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 easy rewards.